Hello people of YouTube, welcome back. Welcome to an anime review of the anime RideBack. So without any further delay, let's just get on with it. So, in the beginning of the anime, you see this girl. She's a ballet dancer and she's dancing on this huge screen, or on this huge stage. So, one day, she's dancing and this huge freak accident happens to cause her ankle to break. So, to basically move on with her life, she decides to go to school to this university that was basically never mentioned, not even once in the anime. But she's with her best friend / roommate, and one day she just stumbles across this club called the RideBack Club. And what RideBacks are, there are these motorcycles that have arms and hands, and their legs are tires, and they basically stand up like a human. And act like a motorcycle. They're basically motorcycles. So, throughout the anime, you get to see more about these RideBacks, on how they're used for military, how they're used just for fun and / racing. If they want to just cruise on a RideBack, that's okay. If they want to cause mayhem with RideBacks, then you have a problem. And with these RideBacks, they come with a cost. It's either you're wanted as a terrorist or something else, because what happened one day in the anime was that this huge terrorist attack happens in a Tokyo building, and a surprise had one of Rin's friends, so she decides, without any delay, she tries to save her friend, and because of that, she's wanted as a criminal, basically a terrorist. So you see her trying to struggle and try to clear her name, and her name is Ogata Rin. Rin Ogata Rin. First name, last name, first name, whatever version you want to say. I'm saying Ogata Rin because that's how I read it in the subtitles. Ogata Rin, or Rin Ogata, whatever you want to say it. But Ogata Rin is basically wanted as a criminal because on what she did. She decides to help her friend without any hesitation, and that says something about it. That's basically development. That you know that she cares about others other than herself, and that she's really nice, she's kind, she's caring, and I'll get into my feelings about her in a second. But basically, the anime basically revolves around her trying to fight the military and trying to basically almost clear her name, and then basically, and you knowing about her life both as a dancer and as like a criminal, and that how she's involved with terrorists, and you see her basically struggle to try to survive and keep herself alive, and that's basically mainly about the anime. It's about her versus the military, and you see her going through some ups and downs and ups, and all her friends are just there, just trying to support her. Her brother's trying to support her. Everyone's basically trying to support each other, because this anime is a fucking wild ride. The anime is so good. I love the animation. The animation is fucking flawless. The characters are really likable and enjoyable. I absolutely love the characters. The characters are, without a doubt, amazing. I love the characters and their development. Especially this one character, her name is Suzuri, which I'm really sad to see what happens to her. She's actually one of my favorite characters in the anime. I felt really sorry for her and Rin, because she actually saw her. I don't want to spoil, but I think you can probably get the drift. So what happened, so basically, I love the characters. Again, the characters, the animation, and that's just basically about it. All my likes. What I dislike is that they kind of had lack of development with some characters. Like, you don't really, and some characters are actually quite forgotten. Like, you totally forget that these characters are even there in the anime. Like this one character, she's a reporter. You see her from like time to time, but like you don't really she's like a freelance journalist, and she goes around, trying to find the answers and truth and whatever, she's freelanced, so whatever, and her little partner. You don't really get to see much of those characters, and they're quite forgotten. I totally forgot them by the end of the anime. It's only until like I reminded myself, oh wait, that's right, there's that character. You totally forget about her. And there's this one character that you get lack of development from, was that the leader of the RideBack Club. You don't really get to know him as a character. All you know is that he's there for show. He's there to support. He's definitely a supporting character. And then, there was this old man that was in the hospital who was basically like this girl's father. And like, you don't really, again, you don't get to know him. All you know is that he's a father and that he's an ass of a father. But that's all you basically know about the guy. You don't know that he's actually kind of caring or stuff like that. Like, no, there's really lack of development in the anime. And I really didn't like that. And also the fact that the anime is pretty short. I don't like 13, 12 episode anime. I feel like they're too short, and I feel like there could be more added to the anime instead of 13 simple episodes. I think that's wrong. I think there should be more than 13 episodes, especially with an anime good as this. I definitely, without a doubt, had a fucking blast watching this anime. This anime is definitely one of my favorites. But I don't want to go too far because it did have its little bumps, like lack of development, lack of character notice, lack of answers, because you don't really, there's like this head military guy, and keep in mind the military plays a big role in this anime, but there's like this head military guy, and and these two of his companions. And, he says that something happened in Arizona here in America, and that you don't really, get to see that full incident on what he really did at Arizona. You don't really get to know and see, there's lack of development. I felt like there could have been more added to the anime, like a whole episode dedicated to that incident in Arizona. They don't have to be like an episode. It could be like half an episode. But hey, I mean, at least I would have an answer actually for a toll. I would like to know more about some of these characters, and that really sucked, because some of these characters are really likable and enjoyable, and I hate to see that some of these characters are not mentioned, or some of these questions are not fully answered. I really didn't like that in the anime. But outside of that, the anime is great. I love the anime. The animation's great. The characters are likable and enjoyable. I love Rin. She's definitely a strong female protagonist, and that's what anime needs. More strong female protagonists. And that's what I feel like that's what's lacking in the anime community. Like, think about it. Most of these animes, girls are like the the play toy, the sex addict, just there or the more serious type, but then kind, sweethearted. You know what I mean? It's just, there's really not that much strong female protagonists, but RideBack definitely has that. She definitely is a strong female character, and I really love Rin. I love her to death. She's definitely one of my favorite characters throughout the entire series. I really enjoyed her story. I enjoyed everything about her and about the anime entirely. I really enjoyed the anime. I give this anime, from a scale through 1 through 10, I give this anime a solid 8.25. An 8.5. Yeah. You get what I mean. An 8.25. It's definitely an enjoyable anime. Like a quarter. Yeah, 8.25, and which is my result. I mean, I just really hope that I wanted to see more about these characters and their development and blah blah blah. But because it didn't have those things and didn't really, show those things, that's why it's getting the review that it deserves, because I wanted to know more about some of these things that actually happen. Like, there's few things that mentioned throughout the anime that you don't really see. So that's why I'm giving it an 8.25. But it's still a hell of an anime. I love the anime. The animation's great. It's really good. You have to watch it. The anime RideBack. So, till then, next time, ladies and gentlemen. Next review is going to be the One Piece Saga review for the saga, the Alabasta arc. And I can't wait for you guys to hear this. See you later.